Hey fraggers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Battlefield 2042 Future Strike event. I didn't even expect myself to make a video on this event, but eventually I decided to give it a go, see for myself what the game mode is like, and give you my honest opinion. I hope to hear from you as well. And as always, please consider liking, subscribing to my channel, completely free. If you change your mind down the road, you can unsubscribe, no problem at all. But for me, it will be really helpful. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, the Strike Team event. I'm gonna start off with the positives and then the negative, because I feel like I'm split a bit between the two. First things first, the mode itself is very decent. I feel like it's Battlefield's take on S&D, Search and Destroy from Call of Duty. I think it's a very good one. It's not a direct copy of S&D. It has Battlefield's taste, and overall, my opinion in this regard is great. And it also gives us an opportunity to play something different, something fresh, without having to play other games, which is fantastic. The most important thing for me is that when you die, you can keep playing. You can feed intel information to your team, highlighting the enemy squad, and that's insane. I mean, I've never really liked S&D in Call of Duty or similar games like Counter-Strike, because when you die you just spectate, you just sit there idly and you wait for the round to end. Well, this one is different because you get the chance to do something for your team, even though you're not directly playing, you're already dead, but nonetheless you can support them. The second thing that I like about this game mode is how it's organized. So we need to get 6 wins in order for us to win, and they're not identical. With S&D or Counter-Strike, every single game, every single round is basically the same. The objective, the goal is the same. But in this case, it's not the same. So yes, you have to take the node. That's the condition for you to win the round or eliminate the enemy team. But there is a twist. There are some shock rounds when you're given a specific weapon and you have to play with that weapon, and your health doesn't replenish as well. It brings more variety and it's fun to play. Then of course you switch sides, but I'm not sure. I haven't played really S&D in COD these days, but I think that's also the case with Call of Duty. However, that's about it for me for the positives. Now on to the negative side. Biggest issue that I have with this mode, like I said before, is because it's trying to be like COD, and I play Battlefield because I want to see combined arms modes. Hell, it's even unthinkable that in a game set in near future they haven't brought back the operations. I really liked operations back in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, and they were limited by the historical events, how they played out, and with 2042 they have no restrictions whatsoever. It would be really fun for me to see Grand Operations or Operations from Battlefield 1 return, but nonetheless we haven't seen that, and it's actually surprising because I think that mode was one of the main positive things that Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1 did. Instead, we're getting COD-like game mode. And like I said, it would be fine for us to get modes like that if we had a variety in the base modes that feel like Battlefield. But right now, when we have basically almost no new Battlefield-like combined arms modes, I think Control with the Archangel satellites, that's the only combined arms mode that we've got so far. Battlefield 2042, I might be wrong, but that's the main one that I remember. And the rest, I think another thing is that they're not permanent. That's actually one of the other negative things that I could say about this mode, that it's gonna go away after the event is over. And it makes me feel sad because the mode is okay, it's good, and it just doesn't make sense for it to go. Just leave it there, but instead they are going to reuse it. Maybe it's a smart decision from the marketing standpoint, kind of create a sense of something new being added to the game instead of just leaving it there in the menu. And maybe it does affect some players at least, but I'm not a big fan of that. And it's an issue with Call of Duty too. They keep taking away stuff, game modes, and then bringing them back just to show you that there is something new. Meaning, essentially, you're playing the same mode that you played before, and it's not new. But going back to the first thing that I said, that it's a Call of Duty-like game mode, and given the lack of content, true Battlefield Combined Arms content, I think it's a big problem, because I want to be playing a Battlefield game, not Call of Duty. And if Battlefield 2042 actually had enough Combined Arms experience, then we would get this mode, sort of something different, a different take on Battlefield, and a more COD style mode, then it would be fine. But right now, with the lack of content, it doesn't make too much sense for me. I would be really expecting them to give us some more true Battlefield game modes, but of course that's not going to happen, because the game cycle is basically over. This is the last season, and after that the game's done. Sometimes I even think expecting 2042 to be more like Battlefield, especially take inspiration from older games, BF4, 3, or even Battlefield 1, is too much, because this game, in the state it launched, it was never intended to be a Battlefield-like game. And I'm afraid the next game, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more or less like 2042 in regards to specialists. I'm not a fan of specialists. It's gimmicky and stupid in my opinion. It doesn't belong in Battlefield. They're trying to make it a hero shooter, and it shouldn't be doing that. COD is still COD, but 2042, not really. It's not really Battlefield, not really there. So I understand it's kind of maybe even silly for my part to expect them to make this game look and feel more like Battlefield. Anyway guys, I hope you liked this video. Feel like commenting down below. Please let me know your thoughts and opinion on the Strike Team. What is your experience with this game mode? And maybe just share your thoughts on the upcoming Battlefield title that we hopefully will see in 2025. But that's all for today. Fragger out.